Let me know when you guys can see me and hear me. Give me a mic check. Oops. I should lower that. Okay, so I think you guys could. Can you guys let me know in chat if you can see me? Hey Dee, hey Tammy, hey Jennifer. You can see me. You can see and hear me. Yay. Okay. No crackalackling in the background. There shouldn't be, but I've noticed when I'm sharing my screen, we're going to have trouble. So welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm going to get started like right away with this one just because there's so much to go over with you guys since the last time I went live. I think we haven't talked about this case for a live with, I think it was the first or second day that this happened. And I kind of just wanted to sit back and see what law enforcement put out. I wanted to see if the parents did any news conference. I wanted to see maybe if she was even found. And obviously, she hasn't been found. We're going on day 8 already, and she's still missing. So, if you see a sense of urgency, or if I sound like something's bothering me, or I look upset, it's probably because I am behind the scenes. I'm just frustrated that someone is lying about where this little girl is. I do not believe she was kidnapped. I don't believe that. So, if I am not my normal bubbly happy self, it's just because there's a 5-year-old missing right now. So, hello to all of you guys. Hey, Molson Man. Hey, Leanne. Hi, Purple. Thank you for being here, Purple. I just sent her a message right now saying, "Can you be here?" And Margie, I just want to say that I got my gift and I love it. So thank you so much, Margie, for the gift. I appreciate it. Hey, All in Tanks. So a lot has happened now, right? Since this case has broke. And I'm going to break this up into 2 lives. And the reason I'm going to do this is because there's so much information, you guys, with this case that I feel like if I bring everything to your attention up front, it's going to be overwhelming. And I feel like when I bring too much in one live, then some of that information, that's important information, gets lost in because there's just so much to go over. So just so you guys know, today we're going to be going over some of the most recent TBI's update. It's very important we go over that because that tells us where they're at. And Jennifer, yeah, she's still missing. She's still missing right now. And then we're going to go over the first new Times interview that Donnie did, who's her dad. Of course, you guys know that. And we have bits and pieces of that interview, but I have the full 10-minute one. And I listened to it last night and it just really blew my mind. Some of the things that Donnie is saying. There's a part in that interview where he says that he hopes that Summer had a decent mind. And when he said that, I was like, she was 5 years old. Why wouldn't she have a decent mind? So I don't know. You guys have to hear it for yourself, but it really blew me off. So we're going to listen to that. We're going to go over who is who with this case because I know you guys probably want to know who everybody is. And then we're also going to go over the dispatch call because that's really important to listen to because that's the first thing that we know from what happened to Summer. Okay, so it's important to listen to that. And then tomorrow we're going to go over Donald, Donnie, Don, that's the dad, his piece of shit son, Donnie Wesley Wells. And I call him a piece of shit because when you see, and I'm sure some of you already know why I'm saying it, he preys on children. I don't know why anyone will allow him around their children, but we're going to go over him tomorrow. And we're also going to go over the big thing of the one that I think I'm going to be in a rabbit hole over, and that's Candace's sister, Rose Marie. She went missing in 2009. It's like she just vanished from the place of the earth. And that's going to be a discussion for tomorrow. And the reason I want to discuss those 2 things tomorrow is because they need a live of itself because there's so much information with that. And with the sister going missing 10 years ago, it's just crazy when you go down that rabbit hole. So that's the game plan for today. Again, thank you guys all for being here with me on this Tuesday. Unfortunately, Summer is still missing. Let me go ahead and say hi to everyone coming in really quick. Time to shine. What's up? I'm 20 minutes away, but you can't get near the place. Well, isn't that how it's been though? Or is there something new that I don't know? I'm not sure about some rumors, but there are some big disturbing ones. Lulu, what are you talking about? Talk to me, Adair. Talk to me. I just went on check to see if I can find any update as of right now. There was the same stuff that we know. So if something's breaking, let me know. Jennifer says, Donnie is odd to me. The thing about Donnie for me is the things he says that are really strange to me. It just seems like a lot of the things he's saying is really inappropriate for the time right now that his daughter is missing. And I think that's what bugs me, what he says. And I'm also going to share with you guys now that, because I've been following this case from day one, and I'm going to share with you guys today what I think, what I think now. When I first went live, I was really hesitant because, I think we went live on the first day or second day that this happened. So, we really didn't have much information, but we have a little bit more information. So now my thoughts have changed, and I just don't think she was kidnapped. I don't. Is it possible? Yes. But I just, statistically, the odds of that happening just seem so far fetched. And even law enforcement, when we listen to the briefing, they're saying there's no evidence showing that happened. Are they ruling it out? No. But there's no evidence what they have seen so far. And I'm going to trust them right now that nothing's leading that she was taken. So I don't believe she's on the property. Unfortunately, it's already going on 8 days, and I pray she's still alive, but I keep thinking 8 days and they haven't found her yet. There's always miracles, but I think if anything, they will find her in the surrounding property around where they live. I don't think she's around anywhere right there. And I think I don't understand when parents, and I'm not looking at chat right now, so I don't think I'm ignoring you guys. It's buffering on my end. Is it really? My Wi-Fi seems good connection, so I don't know, D. Is it buffering for anybody else? And I'm not looking at the chat really quick. But I hate when a child goes missing and then you have people saying that last seen them, either a parent, a guardian, a grandma, an aunt, whoever it may be, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever is watching them, when they say, you're not going to find them here. That happened with the 2 missing boys in California. How when they did the news conference, I think those were his their adopted parents, I believe, the 2 missing boys. They were like, you're not going to find them here. You're not going to find them here. They're not here. And I always wonder, how do you know though? How do people know that you're not going to find them on the property or anywhere around the area unless you know what happened to them? So the family's saying that you're not going to find her, and they're so adamant about it from day one. It just makes me wonder, like, how do you know? How do you know unless you know what happens? That always bugs me. Amanda says, I believe they sold her. I'm sorry, but from what the dad says, it directs me in that way. That's very interesting, Amanda. Very interesting. Okay. Hey, Delano, what's up? Hey, good looking. I'm just seeing you guys now. And if I'm talking fast, you guys, I have so much information I want to share with you guys. And there's just so many things going on in my head. I mean, for me, I'm going to be honest, this case has become how I feel towards this case has become how I felt about the Gannon Stout case. And I felt like with Gannon's case, Gannon became all of our child, I feel like. Everybody wanted to find him. Everybody wanted to send support. Everybody was wondering, people were going and flying down there, traveling down there just to see, where it happened and stuff. And they had like a setup of like balloons and everything. And people were going and, putting up blue balloons and the blue lights, and everybody wanted to find him. And even for myself, it became like he was my child. I feel like a lot of people felt like that. And even when they found Gannon's body, I cried. I cried like a little baby, and I couldn't take my blue light off. And I still have my blue light on my porch. And I kind of feel like that's how I'm feeling with this case with Summer. I feel like she's become all our child. We all want to find her. We all want her safe. And I'm not going to lie, I'm exhausted. So if I look exhausted, I'm exhausted. Yeah, sweet Gannon. Yeah. We still need justice for Gannon, by the way. We still need justice. So let me go ahead and see what you guys are saying right now in chat. And just so you know, this might be a little lengthy live because there's a lot of information I want to share with you guys and go over with you guys today. So if you need to grab a coffee, right now would be great. If you need tea, an adult beverage, whatever your choice is, water, whatever it is. Hey, Ash, what's up? Right now would be the time to grab it. I am drinking coffee right now. I need it. I'm about on 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, I don't even know what mods I have here right now. So I know D is here. I'm not sure who else is here. Hey, Insanely Confused. Hey, Caitlin. I like that name, Caitlin. And if you guys know this case, put 1, Summer Wells. Put 2 if you don't. I've also, since I've been covering it since the beginning, I made a playlist on my channel homepage. So if you go to my channel's homepage, you'll see a playlist with every single video I've uploaded regarding this case right here. So if I'm not talking about something today, you can go back and check any of those videos. But just know today I'm not going to discuss everything because it's just too much right now. So we're going, today's part 1, and then tomorrow morning we're going to have part 2, which we're going to go over the missing sister, and then we'll go over the disgusting motherfucker that's the stepbrother. And he was around the kids at one point, so I don't even know why they would allow him around the kids. I would never let a predator around my children, and his record is disgusting. I don't know why he's even free to walk right now. Like, he should be behind bars. Caitlin, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Mike, Mike dropping mama. Lofo. Is that right? Lofo? That's pretty cool. I like it. Getting my coffee right now. Yeah, get your coffee. Hey, Capri. Capri better be wearing pants today. I have pajama pants on the bottom, just so you guys know. Hey, Sweet Pea, what's up? Yeah, the stepbrother is disgusting. He makes me sick to my stomach. Valerie sent me a lot of information on him, and I was like, why is he even walking? Why isn't he not behind bars? And I know, I think the last of the crimes that I seen were back in 2000, the early 2000s, I think it was. But still, it's just, I feel like crime against children should be the harsh punishment, the harshest they can get. And I feel like it's not. Hey, Tia, what's up? Yeah, I don't. Um, After today, I'm gonna go have dinner today. I'm gonna try to relax, but I feel like with this case, I can't relax. She's missing, and I just feel like somebody is lying. Somebody knows something. Uh, the parents keep saying she would never walk off the property, and they have a big property. It's like 100 acres. And how old is the stepbrother? I want to say he's in his 30s. I could be wrong. But I'll have all that for you tomorrow, Purple. I'll have all the information tomorrow with that because that's what we're going to be discussing him. And then the sister that went missing in 2009, which is crazy. Marisol, I don't know. And I'm going to play that for you guys. And like I said, it's the first Time News interview they did with him. It's the first one. And for the first one, we were given bits and pieces. So they broke it up. Oh, Time to Shine says 34. Thank you, darling. They gave us bits and pieces of that first interview they did with him. And then I was up and I was looking and looking because I'm like, there has to be a full one somewhere. And then I found it's like about 10 minutes. And the beginning part, you guys know it. I played it. Hey, Amelia. Hi, Nally. Little Miss, Katie, everybody coming in. And it's the middle and the ending part that I was just like, okay, what? Why? And when he says that comment about he says something about he hopes either when she was taken or right now that she had a decent mind. And then the reporter said something like, well, God doesn't do, like, would not hurt children or punish children or something, he says, the reporter. And then he's like, oh yeah, I know. But it just, you have to hear it. I'm going to play it in a little bit, but I was like, why would he think she wouldn't have a pure mind, a decent mind? She's 5 years old. Does he know something that we don't know? And it just made me start looking at things like a little differently. And I don't like looking at it like that, but it did bother me what he did say. Insanely Confused says, are you from that area? She says, we have a lot of rivers and ponds in the area. Hope for Peace. I just love that name. I love it. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up. So I was going to play it from my YouTube, but I tested it out before and it was doing a lot of crackling. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to play it from my phone, but I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to let it play. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. So while you guys are all talking in chat, let me do this. Yeah, it is weird, insanely confused how he keeps talking about resurrection and you're like, what is he talking about? Amelia, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. All right, let me take this one. Let me stop sharing this screen. Really quick. I'm going to mute so you guys don't hear any crack-a-lackin' really quick. Okay, so while I was trying to pull up my own channel, I seen something pop up and I want to share with you guys. So it's going to be from Times News Online. And the title is Summer Wells' father talks about his criminal past, why his son is a convicted sex offender. Oh, so let's listen to it. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope you guys can listen to it with me sharing it like this. If not, then I'm going to just play it off my phone. And let me play it right now and tell me how it sounds.
I feel like it was appropriate, but I think the TV news has already gone there. So I wanted to get an opportunity to give your side of the story and okay. There's the situation that occurred in October, the domestic arrest, and then the order of protection that your wife filed, which she dismissed. I saw that. But yeah. Would you like to address that and tell me what happened there?
Okay, so you guys said it sounds good and clear, so I'm going to try to share it now and see if that works. If not, I'll just play it like that for you guys. Sounds good. Okay, so let's just see if we can share this right now. So I'm just going to give it a second in case it's crackling. I'm so nervous. I hate StreamYard. I hate you, StreamYard. You're so mean to me and I pay for you. Was there any crack-a-lacking? Hey, Sky. I'm just waiting for you guys to give me the okay to play it. Yes. Yes. Let me make that very clear right now. This is not the father that we're talking about. The father has a past, but it's what I was able to pull up was on paper. The father said that Summer might have been taken to Mexico. Did anyone else? Oh, Bossy Pants. I haven't seen that one. To Mexico, he's saying now. I know human trafficking was put out there, but he keeps seeing they're pushing this narrative too much. They're just pushing it. They're pushing it. Sound is good, Capri. Okay. What was I saying? All good. Okay. Yeah. So the pedophile stuff and all that stuff on record, that's the son. That's not Candace's son, that's going to be Donald's son. So that would be Summer's stepbrother. And his record is the one that's disgusting. He's a predator on children. Not the father, but they have the same name. They're both Donald, Donnie. So some people I think are getting confused. In the very beginning, people were sharing this information saying it was Donald, but no, it's Donald's son. They have the same name, but the birthday obviously is different because we know the father is not in his 30s. He's an older man. So this is the son. So you guys know. Yeah, that would be her half brother. Yeah, the TikToks are weird. All of that stuff is weird. One of the Facebook, she did eliminate some stuff, which I thought was interesting. Is Donald her dad? Yes, Ellen. Yes, that's her dad. Let me play this really quick and then I'll go through a breakdown because I have everything who is who, and it'll be, hey, Melissa Jade, KDB. I love that photo, KDB. And then it'll be better for you guys to understand who is who because I know it's kind of confusing. Oh, and I'm just going to warn you guys when I do go over who is who with this case, everybody's name is Candace. I just want you to know. And if the FBI agent ends up being called Candace, it's going to blow my mind because everybody is Candace here. Just warning you guys. Okay, so let's play this. Fingers crossed. Again, it says, let me move this over. Summerwell's father talks about his criminal past, why his son is a convicted sex offender. So let's play.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you didn't plead to domestic stuff. You pled to the position of a gun on intoxicated. So, the domestic stuff. I mean, I've kept a gun, the whole time I've been here because we do have bears, and I thought if there was an emergency situation or one of my kids was being hurt or something, I would have quick access to it being locked up in my truck. Right? And I just forgot about the part that you can't have it in your vehicle. I can have one in my home, but not in my vehicle, and I just kind of slipped my mind. And I wouldn't even ask you about this, but it's already out there now, and that's why I felt now's the time to maybe broach the subject, because if you don't address it, it's just going to get worse. Speculation is just going to get worse. The report pretty much states from the police perspective what happened. Is that pretty much how it happened from your point of view also? And what's that? I guess there was like there was a accusation. Well, my wife was trying to make me jealous so I'd come back, and it worked very well. So yeah, I come across the country as fast as I would go. I wanted to go to Utah, and I had a pretty good job there, working in Park City and everything. And I wanted to move my family out there and sell the property, but I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I've done everything the wrong way and everything. And plus the cost of living in Utah is so sky high, it's just unbelievable. You can't even hardly find a house. When you do, it's so expensive. It's just unreal. I was glad to get back to Tennessee anyway. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened out there. I was attacked in so many ways.
Okay, you guys are saying static. I'm seeing someone say static. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to mute it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute it here, and then I'm going to play it over my phone. Okay, so again, you guys, this is from Times News Online's channel, and it says Summerwell's father talks about his criminal past and why his son is a convicted sex offender. So that's what we're going to do because it just bothers me that it's crackling for you guys. So let me play this. And I know purple, but then I see people saying it is, so it bothers me. Order of protection that your wife filed, which she dismissed. I saw that. But yeah. Would you like to address that and tell me what happened there?
Well, I don't know. I really want to, but I mean, my kids. You didn't plead to the domestic stuff. You pled to the possession of a gun while intoxicated. So yeah, the domestic stuff. I mean, I've kept a black powder gun, the whole time I'm here because we do have bears, and I thought if there was an emergency situation, or one of my kids was being hurt or something, I would have quick access to it being locked up in my truck. Right. And I just forgot about the part that you can't have it in a vehicle. I can have one in my home, but not in my vehicle. And I just that part kind of slipped my mind. And I wouldn't even ask you about this, but it's already out there now. And it's fine. I felt, now's the time to maybe broach the subject, because if you don't address it, it's just going to get worse. Speculation is just going to get worse. The report pretty much states from the police perspective what happened. Is that pretty much how it happened from your point of view also? And what's that? I guess it was like a jealous. There was a accusation. Well, my wife was trying to make me jealous so I'd come back, and that worked very well. So yeah, I come across the country as fast as that little truck would go. I wanted to go to Utah, and I had a good job there working in Park City and everything, and I wanted to move my family out there and sell the property, but I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I've done everything the long way and everything. And plus the cost of living in Utah is so sky high, it's just unbelievable. You can't even hardly find a house. When you do, it's so expensive. It's just unreal. I was glad to get back to Tennessee anyway. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened out there. I was attacked in so many ways. Like Satan himself was attacking me. Because I'm really trying hard to, be a Christian. I got attacked in a lot of ways. And, so I was actually glad to get back. So she wanted you to come home and was yeah, exactly. But there was kind of a confrontation though that when the police get involved, then it's up to the next level, I guess you're saying. Yeah. It's just one of the things, And in I was out there at Utah, and I was at my sister's house, and she was having a party, and I was trying to tell her that I was at my sister's house at this party, and me and my son Josie was getting some food, and I told her I need to go. What I was trying to tell her was I need to go get in bed so I can drive to Park City that morning, because there was all kind of work out there, and they gave me a good job out there. And what she heard was something totally different. We are partying and getting drunk or whatever. And she heard the women's voice. And she heard I got to go so I can continue partying, is what she heard. But that wasn't the case. And I was, and I didn't elaborate a whole lot to her. So she thought she was thinking the worst. But actually, I was just trying to get in bed where I could go to work. We was just getting some food and saying hello to my sister and everything like that, But she thought it was something totally different, And I understand that now. We didn't communicate as well as we should have, When I asked the sheriff about all this stuff, he said it was not relevant to the investigation. But now that it's all coming out, I wanted you to be able to clear the air before. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Before there's going to be so much speculation, especially that order. That was not. That wording was not good. It said she fears for her safety, her mother's safety, and the children's safety. Yeah, there was so much confusion when I first got back. She was still thinking on them same lines. I didn't know anything about that until we just sit down and talk every little thing that had happened. Then we started figuring out, and as I was explaining to her, that wasn't the case. And just like I'm telling you now, I mean, we discussed all this, and it was like, well, what if these both thinking in totally different directions? And we was able to figure it all out, and they had the order of production. I mean, it was just a fight between me and her friends and her mother. And they knew I had a black powder pistol in my box, so they used that against me. How long have you been married? I'm not sure. It's been since Summer was a baby, I think. Yeah. It's been so long ago. It was a friend of mine's house, Mrs. Trent. It was long. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I'm not good at dates and everything like that. When someone was a baby, so probably 5 years or so. Well, here's another sticky one. That situation with your oldest son. In his previous criminal history, and his conviction as a sexual offender against children. That's right. That's a pretty big red flag, and I asked you about that last time we spoke. Yeah. Well, let me elaborate if you don't mind. Sure. Okay, if here in Tennessee, say for instance, your boy or one of your kids, is 17, and the one who's with, say he's 18 and she's 17 or something like that. Okay, in other states, especially like Utah, you're probably not going to ever get out of prison. I mean, but here in Tennessee, they look at there's got to be so many years difference between them. Okay, but in Arkansas, where he was arrested, they don't care about that. But here in Tennessee, he would have never went to jail, and he would have got to raise his boy, and everything probably would have been fine. But in Arkansas, total different story. I mean, there's got to be a certain amount of years between them. And there was only 18 months, maybe a year. I don't know between them. Was that a situation like she was like 16 or 17? He was like 18 or 19, and she was. It was only like 18 months difference. Wow. Yes, sir. That having a baby look a lot worse. Yes, it does, and it's wrong. It is wrong. There's a lot of, yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, and I'll even have him call you if you want me to, and he could probably explain it better to you. Well, he's a good kid. When we spoke the first time, you said that you talked. Yeah, you said that you talked to him and that he was in Utah when this all happened. No, they was in Arkansas. Oh, he was in Arkansas when this all happened. Yes, sir, and he done time in Arkansas State Prison. Okay. Yes. I mean, when Summer went. When Summer went. Oh yeah. He's in Utah. Yes, sir. Okay. So I think the police already alluded to this, but there's no connection between him and what happened this summer. No way he would ever even think of something like this. I mean, when I first told him, he bawled like a little baby. My sisters all cried. And there's so many good Christian folks around here. I didn't even realize till this happened how many good people there are around here. Well, do you want to talk about what happened to you in Utah, or what your previous criminal history was? I really don't want to talk about all that stuff. And Utah's a whole different ballgame than Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, that's the Mormon state. I call it the moron state. Sorry. Yeah. That's just how I feel. I know there's a lot of good Christians, there's Mormons that are good Christians that are trying to be good Christians, but the whole Mormon thing, I stick strictly with the Bible. So if they don't believe the Bible, then and I'm not trying to put any Mormons down because I know there's a lot of good Christian folks in the Mormon church. I just don't believe in the Mormon. Well, what was your conviction for? I've had several charges over the years. I used to have, I don't know if I still lie there, but I just okay. But it's your choice. I'm not gonna. It's not anything good. I never used to be. I wasn't really a Christian when I was younger. You know, I found God in prison. I started studying the Bible intently because I wanted to change, and that's when I got to know God and became a real hard to be a Christian. Of course, I've backslid multiple times, but I'll never let it happen again. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm only asking because I just want to give you an opportunity to clear the airs, and I think it's, you know, as this goes longer and longer, the reporters are going to need more things to write about or do on their and eventually this is going to run around. So I would just wanted to give you a chance to get ahead of it. You know, head it off at the pass. I can understand how a person isn't the same person they were when they're in their 20s. Well, but it's gonna come out eventually the longer this goes on. So I want to give you an opportunity to get ahead of it. If you wanted to. Okay. And so this is your opportunity. Okay. Is that all? So is that all that you wanted to say about that? Yeah. Okay. So all right. And believe me, it don't give me no pleasure to talk about this because as far as I'm concerned, you're the victim, your wife's the victim, you're the victims. But it's not. This isn't going to be brushed over at this point. I don't think. Right. No, not at all. So I know that it's gonna be discussed and we can get the topic of discussion. Yeah, you know, people can speculate all they want. That's fine. We just want our summer back. She was definitely. I consider it a great blessing from God. And God, she was a daddy's girl. She wouldn't even go to her mother for the first year, and it just kind of broke her heart. But I've never seen anything like that in my life, and I never expected anything like that. And there's always a connection between a father and a daughter that's special. Yeah. I've just never seen nothing like this, and I don't know why she was like that exactly, but I mean, she's got her little friends too, younger boys that she wants to be with them all the time, and stuff. And I knew, someday she's gonna grow up and get married, and go on, raise her own family. But now I just don't know what's I'm dead, where she's at, and he's got her. I know it's a nightmare. So, and I didn't want to have to broach these subjects, but I knew that it's coming. It's coming eventually. You're going to be asked. She has such a good, loving, kind heart. She's so loving. And it's like God sent me an angel. Well, has there been any developments at home or in the search overnight or not a trace? Yeah. Not a trace. It's like a living nightmare. Yes, sir. It is. It really is. Okay. The first couple of days, I kept thinking I might wake up and it will be a nightmare. It is a living nightmare. It's a real nightmare. You still working? You get back to work? This is the second day I've been back to work. I ain't got much done at all. I just can't think. I can't concentrate. I wish I wouldn't have even took on another house at this point, but I just hope my bosses will be sure that they're sympathetic. I'm sure. Did you see someone had posted a reward? I didn't. A fellow from Kingsport. It should be online. On the Kingsport Facebook page, you can find it. But a fellow from Kingsport has offered a $25,000 reward for anybody that provides information. Well, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I better let you get back to work tonight. I really appreciate you talking to me, and I appreciate you. Not an easy subject. Not an easy subject to discuss. It's not, but I thank you, sir. I really do. All right.
Okay, I'm going to pull up really quick that reward information he was talking about. Give me 1 second. Let me get it. Also, really quick, I just thought it was interesting how he said that Summer, the first year, was not close to her mom the first year. I thought that was interesting for some reason. And then um, it seems like there's a lot of jealousy going on in their relationship. What he talks about, that he went to his sister's and then she got mad because she thought he was partying and he had to race home. So, and then how he was in another, he was in Utah and then she tried to get him jealous. And that's how that whole domestic thing came up, which I'm going to reach you guys. But it just seems like they have it's a lot of a toxic relationship for sure. So let me get that really quick pulled up for you guys. Let me see. Give me 1 second, you guys. And I can't see chat at all right now, so just so you know. And I'm going to play the update too for, let me see. I think I have it here. Let me type it up. Give me a second, guys. Let me pull it up. Let me move some stuff around. Okay, let's see this one right here. Okay. I'm just letting it load. Let me stop sharing this really quick with you guys. Close this out. Okay. Let me take that off the screen. Jessa, I seen that post on the dad's Facebook and it was really weird. I didn't understand it. It was out of nowhere. So I seen that. I don't know if I took a screenshot. I have so many screenshots and tomorrow I'm going to go through a lot of them, but I need to black out a lot of people's names for privacy and stuff like that. But a lot of things being shared, it's pretty insane what people are saying. People are saying that they are relatives, some of them say they're so I do need to black out some like their names, but I know what you're talking about for that post. But I just thought it was really weird. It didn't make any sense. It was out of nowhere. Yeah, it's a stranger. I'm going to pull up the article. I just got it right now. Let me read that to you guys. And right now the dad didn't even know there was a reward. I thought that was pretty interesting. Hold on. Okay. And just so you guys know, I am looking at chat through StreamYard. And if you're new to the channel, that just means that your comments I see a little later, not when you're actually posting them. So if I comment and you said it a minute or two ago, just know because it's just pulling up for me. It's StreamYard. Okay. Undertale Lover, dad just heard of this reward as well. Yeah, he just did right now. We just played it right now and he did. So again, there's a king. Am I too loud, you guys? I feel like I might be too loud. So Kingsport man offers 25,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of Summer. Wow. Let's see. So a Kingsport man is offering a 25,000 for the person who provides a tip or information that leads to the discovery and or recovery of 5-year-old Summer Wiles. Okay, well, thank you. What is that? We tested page block content. I'm sharing things because little pop-ups. And then, we know Summer was reported missing from Hawkins County home in the Beach Creek community last Tuesday, June 15th. Around 6:30 is when that dispatch call got made, which we're going to listen to in a little bit. And then on Monday, the Times News received a letter in the mail from David P. Garhan, probably saying that wrong, of Kingsport, which contained a check for 25,000. Wow. I remain convinced that somebody knows something regarding the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wiles. He stated in his letter, according, I have enclosed a personal check in the amount of 25,000 to be given to the person who provides a tip / information which leads to the discovery of or recovery of Summer Wows. Wow. So this is just someone from that Kingsport community, and he is putting up 25,000 just for a tip or something that leads for information or recovery of her. And then it just says the pay to order of line on the check was left blank to allow the future. And then again, whoever would, lead to finding a tip for information or leads to the recovery of her, their name is going to be able to be put there. And then I guess the sheriff says that there has also been other people who have expressed an interest in offering a reward. I wonder why they haven't allowed it yet. So it looks like this man just sent the check in without even asking. He just sent it in and wrote a letter saying, "Hey, here's 25,000 for give it to the person who can, give any information for recovery or to find her." I think that's a good start. I think that's good. Okay, let me see. I do want to go over, since we heard him, I do want to go over. Let me stop this really quick. And don't think I'm ignoring you guys in chat. The stranger seems more concerned. Yeah, Mosin, man. But I mean, again, I don't know. Yeah, Dame Von Bon Daisy. Well, hello. What a name. What a name. They have 2 predators known in the family. It looks bad. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the dad just tried to explain his son's history and saying that it was only an 18-month difference between the age. Finding excuses for it, which we're going to go over more about that and everything. Okay, let me share my screen really quick. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute really quick, you guys. And then I'm going to pull up. I think I sent it to me in my email so I can read it to you guys. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to read about how Candace did this report. Too loud. I can't hear you while grooming. You're not too loud. Thank you, Amy. Are you grooming right now? Are you working? My dog needs to be groomed right now. I don't know if anybody knows, but when it's really hot, I might be lagging. Hold on. When it's really hot, I think they shed a little bit. And I might be buffering because I'm looking at. Come on, baby. Come through. Come through, Wi-Fi. Come on. Put together, StreamYard. Hold on. I'm just looking at my StreamYard Wi-Fi. So I might be lagging. I apologize. But I'm going to go ahead and read you guys. Thank you, Amy, for that super chat. Come on. Pull it together. I think. Why didn't I just see it's lagging? Okay, there. All right. So I'm going to read an article, you guys. It's lagging again. Why? So it says, according to the police report, Donald Wiles was arrested on October 14th, 2020, and charged with domestic assault, possession of while under the influence, and unlawful possession of a weapon following an domestic incident with Summer Wiles' mother, Candace Bly. Deputies were dispatched to Ben Hill Road October 2020 after receiving reports of a domestic assault. When deputies arrived on the scene, they located Donald Wiles behind the wheel of a vehicle. A stop was conducted in the driveway and Wiles was detained. Deputies said Wiles was stumbling and had a strong odor of alcohol. Wiles told deputies he had a black powder pistol in the vehicle and revealed he was convicted of a felony in Utah. Deputies spoke with Candace, who said Donald came home drunk and saw a man in the house, according to the police report. Wiles started to argue with the man and had a struggle with Candace. According to reports, Candace was pushed down during the incident, causing damage to her knee. Wiles then began punching himself in the face and left the home. Deputies took Wiles into custody and booked him into Hawkins County Jail. One day after the incident, Candace filed for an order of protection against Donald Wiles, and that's what you're looking. Her handwriting right there. In the order of protection, Candace stated that Wiles drinks and throws things. She went on to state she was afraid of being hurt and claims Wiles was abusive mentally and physically. I am afraid for my children and myself, she wrote in the order of protection. My mother fears he is going to hurt her. 4 days later, on the date of Donald Wiles' hearing, Candace asked for a dismissal of the order of protection. On April 21st, 2021, the charges of domestic assault and unlawful possession of weapons were dismissed. Wiles did, however, plead guilty to possession of a handgun while under the influence. So, as you can see, back in 2020, they had this, and he just explained that he was, away, and she tried to get him jealous, and it just escalated to something be really, really bad. I think it was interesting how it says that how Candace's mom was worried he'd do something to her. I don't know why. Let me turn that off. And you guys were saying that because of the way she wrote things and stuff like that. So it says he drinks and throws things. I'm afraid of being hurt. He is abusive physically and mentally toward me. I'm afraid for my children and myself. My mother fears he's going to hurt her because she is staying in her camper on the property. So, that's pretty, and then she dismissed it a few days later, which a lot of women who are in these types of relationships, that's what happens a lot of times. Either you fear, the abuser, what they're going to do if you follow through with it, or either that, or because usually the abuser says they're sorry and then you just forgive them. When I was younger, I was in an abusive relationship, so I know the pattern of that, of not wanting to piss them off anymore. And then you stay and then you believe they're sorries, but usually it never stops. It just continues and gets worse and worse and worse. So yeah, she says, I am afraid for my children. And then she said that her mom was afraid also that he was going to hurt her. So I'm wondering if they don't have such a great relationship, the grandma and Donald. So let me, since we're going through all of this, you guys, I do want to tell you, I want to share something with you guys really fast. So let me stop sharing this. And again, you guys, I know I'm going kind of fast with everything I'm showing you guys. It's usually, this is how I do it here. And then at the very end, we just have a big discussion over it. There's just a lot of things to show you guys, and I want to make sure I show you what I want to. And then I usually look at chat and go back and answer anything you guys are saying. So just be patient with me. Be patient. Okay, let me show you guys this really quick. And let me close this out. And let me pull this up. It is getting hot in here. I can see I'm looking all It's getting hot. I need to turn my AC on, guys. You guys are gonna have to hear it because I'm in Arizona and I have a denim jacket on. Okay, hold on. All right. Hey, hybrid piece, Pisces, what's up? Brenda, and hey, Amanda, you just woke up. And anyone just coming into chat, hello, hello. How are you guys? Especially if you're my regulars. I adore all of you guys. Let me share this with you, making sure I'm not showing any. Yeah, okay. I need to go back today through all my screenshots and black out names so I'm able to show them to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Let me move things around. I'm going to go ahead and explain who is who with this case, okay? You guys, I'm going to mute because you're going to hear my paper being all loud. Hold on. This is what happens when you follow so many cases. I have the Tristan Bailey notes here. I have Cash Gurney things here. So hold on, guys. Okay, guys. So this right here, as you guys were reading it, I'm sure you guys are reading it. This is Candace's daughter. So we have the dad, who is Donald Donnie or Don Wells. He goes by all three. Then we have mom, who is Candace Wells. She also maiden name was Bly, so it was Candace Bly. She also had a Facebook under that name, which she has now, I believe, took some things off of that one because she has a couple of Facebook accounts. Hi, Tammy and Brenda. Pure Energy. I need some pure energy. And then we have the sister, Rosemarie Bly. She was 20 years old when she went missing, and that was August 21st of 2009. She went missing. We're going to cover that tomorrow because that needs a whole live by itself. Then, of course, we have Summer. And then Donald's son, who would be half brother to Summer. That's Donald Wesley Wells. And that's the one we were listening to a little while ago about his convicted sex offender. Disgusting. And then we have Candace Flodin. That's this right here, which you're looking at. Now, she's Candace's daughter. And not from Donald, though, as you can see, from another man. So it's not from Donald. And then we have Grandma, who's also Candace, but she's Candace Hare. So a lot of Candace going around for the name, so it could be a little confusing. So right here, this would be Candace's older daughter from a different marriage. And I'm just going to read what it says. So they were asking on the top part, someone in the group asked her if she was Candace's sister. And she said, no, Candace R. Wells / Bly is my bio mother. Candace Hare is my bio grandmother. Summer is my half sister because she got divorced from Andrew. Andrew is my bio dad. I have a bio brother named Andrew as well. He's Candace R. Wells / Bly's oldest. My aunt is Rosemarie Bly, the one that's been missing for 10 years. So Candace has two children, Candace here, and then a boy. And they're older. They no longer live there. Now, what I'm seeing is CPS took them. They were adopted out, is what I'm seeing. And that CPS took them out of the home when they were really little. Candace was young. I'm still looking more into all that information, but they do not live with her. They've been out of the home for a really long time. So just so you guys know, Candace does have two older children not in the home at all. And that's Candace here, and then a brother, named Andrew. So named after his dad. So it looks like everybody just names their, it just keeps going down and down and down with the name. So we have Grandma Candace, we have Candace, who's Summer's mom, and then Candace, the sister, half sister. So any questions right there with who is who here? Hey, Paula. No updates right now. No. I believe it's the weather is getting, I think it's raining from the last time I checked. If anybody wants to update me on the weather. Yeah, but any questions about who is who? Dame, I feel that too. I feel he might know something or seen something. Maybe that's why the dad had him close in that interview. I don't know. You're welcome, Mosin Man. Everybody's Candace here. I told you guys if the FBI agent ends up coming out to be named Candace, I'm going to flip my lid. Everyone is Candace here. Metal Madness 66. That's a cool name. All right. So you guys know who is who. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to mute because I'm going to turn my papers around. And I know you guys probably don't like hearing all the ruffles and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play the news conference for you guys because let me take that off. Remember, you guys have to remind me too when I leave a comment on too long. I'm notorious, you guys, for leaving a comment up there for the whole time. I do want to share her photo while we listen. Just a beautiful, this is one of the newest photos that was put out. So this is what she would have pretty much looked like. And people were saying it looks like she might have some bruising around the face, but it could be dirt too, you guys. I feel like in a lot of these photos, it looks like bruises, but if she's outside playing, it could just be dirt or, and stuff like that. So let me share that with you guys. And then I'm going to play the newest update from TBI and the sheriff because it's really important that we hear what's the newest update. And that was yesterday. So Marco Harris. So I believe that's going to be, I don't want to say if I'm wrong though. I'm going to write that down because, hold on, Marco Harris. I don't want to say something and not be correct with my information. If anyone in chat knows 100%, then I could be, yeah, that's who it is. But I don't want to say if that's who it is and then I'm wrong. And then, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me share this really quick with you guys. Yeah, Leah, I agree. That's the thing too. And we know the boys are, I have their ages somewhere. I believe they're 9, 12, and I have their ages written down. So they're boys, they're rough. I believe there was a video, I'm not sure if it was Facebook or TikTok, but it shows the boys wrestling all rough and stuff outside. I mean, they're boys, that's what they do. So, and now they have a little sister. So let me go ahead and get that for you guys. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to play the newest briefing from yesterday, you guys, and I'm going to make that screen like that. So oh, no, wait. Run. I'm a little bit late. No, we don't need that. Here we go.
Followed by Captain Tim Coop with the Churchill Rescue Squad. Summer is still missing, and we are more concerned than ever and desperate to find her. TBI agents continue to work with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI in an effort to determine what happened to Summer. We are utilizing all available resources to include the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team. We want to reiterate that the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear, which is why we've been exploring all possibilities. Agents and detectives have followed up on a number of leads, to include residential surveillance video and photos from around the area of Summer's home. Drivers seen in the area at the time of her disappearance have been identified and interviewed. While we've not ruled out an abduction, we simply do not have any evidence at this point to confirm that's what occurred. For that reason, the ground search for Summer continues. It's possible that she wandered off and is lost and afraid. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson is going to talk more about what we need from property owners at this point. Sheriff?
Thank you. First of all, I want to let everyone know that what a big asset that Mount Carmel Baptist Church has been to us. They've opened their doors, their church, their fellowship hall, their land. And as y'all see, this is a very remote area, and we would be in desperate trouble if we didn't have that place to set up our command post. With that said, we use an ever available resource that we have. And today I want to use you all. I want the word to get out to all the residents in the Upper Beech Creek community, Hawkins County and Sullivan County. We need the residents to go back today, tonight, tomorrow, as soon as possible, and go back and check their entire property, any outbuildings, any barns, any place a child could hide. We desperately need you to do that for us. It's easier for you to check your own property than it is to send officers there. We have not stopped. As Captain will tell you, we've been 24/7 for 6 days now. So we desperately need help from the community now in searching their own property. Any question? Okay, Captain.
Thank you, Sheriff. As both of them have stated, we will continue to search for Summer Wells until we locate Summer Wells. As of June 21st, 2021, search and rescue efforts for missing 5-year-old Summer Wells will continue throughout the day and also the night. At this point, we have utilized 72 agencies from Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina assisting in these search efforts. Numerous specialized search and rescue groups and canine teams have been represented from these multiple different agencies. To date, we have estimated approximately 2,400 acres have been searched since Tuesday night when she was reported missing. The rugged mountainous terrain continues to cause problems and slow the search operations at times. The search will continue Tuesday morning into Wednesday morning. An updated release will be issued as new information becomes available. And as stated before, if anyone has any information on the disappearance of Summer Wells, please contact Hawkins County Sheriff's Department and our 1-800-TBA fine. Thank you.
We'll open it up for a few questions at this time.
Just wondering, has Summer ever wandered off before?
According to family members, it's not common for her to wander off.
Which Saturday there was a pretty extensive search into the evening. Can you elaborate on what that tip was and why there was a large presence of police come back out?
Anytime we have information that could potentially lead us to locating Summer, we're going to use all resources. Crews were in the area following up on a lead. Unfortunately, Summer's still missing.
How is the changing weather impacting your searches?
Sure, that's a great question. Captain Coop, can you explain?
So the projected forecast here for the next 24 to 48 hours will change our approach. It will not change our aggressive approach. The only thing that this will change, it will change maybe what terrain we approach at this time. Due to severe thunderstorms, we can't put our teams in danger to turn around and maximize the situation. We are monitoring weather 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with live weather updates. We are also utilizing the National Weather Service who calls us on a routine basis. If there's any type of weather that's approaching our immediate area, they have been more than helpful with notifying us in a very timely manner to allow us to know so we can plan on how we're going to approach these areas.
Talking about the weather, is there a concern about some of these crews from other areas having to go back to their area to respond to storms there?
Speaking with some of these teams, especially the teams that have been coming out of state, traveling 4+ hours, they also have had to do what we've had to do is utilize as much resources as we can to find summer wells, but we still have to be able to cover our areas. So a lot of these people, they're still allowing people to stay back. When these crews from out of town then return, they'll swap out. Those crews will then monitor their areas and send us fresh crews, and we are doing the same thing for our resources here locally.
Do we know the active search will potentially turn into a recovery mode instead of potential rescue mode?
Well, let's elaborate on that.
We will address that at some point, but right now our focus remains on finding Summer. We're using all resources as of today, and we want that to be the focus right now.
This is a question more for maybe Leslie and Sheriff Lawson. You just mentioned that you have used some surveillance video, things that you had asked for earlier. Can you elaborate what you saw in that surveillance video and how that might have helped you?
Well, as you know, and you guys helped us get the word out, we asked residents to let us know if they had surveillance cameras around their home or trail cameras. Residents have reached out. We've reviewed those photos and video, and if we identified a vehicle in the video, we would identify the driver and then speak with the driver to interview them to see if they had any information.
How long would someone typically listen to take to find? Like, is this exceptionally long?
Every case is different. It's a case by case situation.
On day 6 now, for maybe the folks that are out there in the field, how are you keeping, I guess, morale and spirits? How are, I'm sure folks are tired, they've been out here tirelessly for days on end now. How are you kind of keeping folks engaged and spirits up?
Ultimately, the people that's involved with the search operations, we all have the same outlook. We will not quit until we find Summer Wells. So these guys have spent countless hours, day in, day out, nighttime. The thing that I stress with my guys is if you're getting to the point that you're getting tired, please take a break, get rest, rehab, recover. That way you can come back and continue to go stronger. It is a large family with law enforcement involved. We keep each other's spirits up. It's all a team effort. And to elaborate on it, a lot of times you guys being up here, you start seeing a lot of people leave at the evening time. At the evening time, it is too treacherous and too dangerous unless TBI or Sheriff's Department gets a lead that they need us to go help assist on. Too dangerous for us to keep our guys up in these mountains in this treacherous terrain at nighttime. But I want you guys to know and rest assured, along with the community, that search efforts do not stop when it gets dark. We have been utilizing fixed wing and aerial aviation to literally scan this area from the time it gets dark to the time that we return in the morning. It does not quit. They utilize multiple resources, FLIR, and other things to continually map this area and to continue to search for Summer Wells.
This is a question more for Sheriff Hawkins, or Lawson, I'm sorry. I know we talked a lot about there's 2 different operations going on, Find Summer as well as the investigation. Is there more on the investigation side that you can tell us into anything that you talked with family members or anyone who last saw her since you last spoke on Friday?
We've interviewed so many people in the community on the road, and we're still jointly working with the TBI and the FBI, and everything is really going real well. We cover each other's tracks, go back and re-interview, and like Captain said, and Leslie, we're not going to stop till we find something.
How is her family doing? I mean, this is going into day 7. Tomorrow will be day 7 since their child has gone missing and no leads in this massive search operation. How is her family holding up? Have you spoken with her parents? How are they doing?
We've spoken with her parents. I can't speak for them. They spoke with you. They're being cooperative. Of course, they're upset. So we continue to keep them updated and do whatever possible we can to find Summer. And we just ask everyone in the community, especially those of you who have any tidbit of information that you haven't shared, to please come forward. her family asks that as well.
And last week, you also talked a little bit about speculation and social media rumors. Has that continued to get worse over the weekend, and did that continue to maybe even cause hindrances?
Sure, it's always a battle. We ask residents with credible information to call 1-800-TBI-FIND and submit tips through that avenue. We find that we're receiving a lot of tips that is a screenshot from Facebook. It's an opinion or speculation. That's not a credible tip. And it just bogs down the system, as I've mentioned before. So please only share credible information. Someone's opinion or idea on Facebook is not a credible tip. Did you have a question?
I was going to ask.
Okay.
Has the family been ruled out? I know they said that they understood you investigating them and interviewing them. Have they been ruled out at this time, or still?
As we've said time and time again, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance are very much under investigation. And at this time, we continue to explore all possibilities. Okay, thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate the continuing coverage. We appreciate the community and all their support. And again, I can't stress enough, anyone with information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Thank you.
Okay, let me get that off of the screen. Let me just take that off. So sorry, it went by fast. So from the news conference, a couple of things that just are very telling that they've been saying from almost the beginning, TBI and the sheriff, is that there is no evidence showing that she's been taken. And I trust what they're saying on that, because they've looked at surveillance. They've said they, they've seen cars that passed by. So they spoke with people and nothing is showing that she was taken. Is that a possibility? They said, yes, of course. But there's nothing right now, almost 8 days, what are we at, 8 days, that shows she was taken from the property. I have not seen or heard that cadaver dogs. I've seen, Valerie, your comment, cadaver dogs were there. I know they picked up her scent, which obviously they're going to pick her scent up there. And it led to the end of the driveway, I believe it was. But as for cadaver dogs, I haven't seen them being brought in yet. Another thing, and I think it's important how law enforcement is saying that they don't see any evidence saying she was taken. And how when they asked if the family, been ruled out at this time. And then they go on to say that the circumstances are still very suspicious, and they're still investigating, the events of her actually going missing. And they also said that since they don't believe she was taken, they're keeping their search there. They're not stopping. So I personally think, like I said in the beginning, I don't think she's obviously at the property, but I don't think she's far for some reason. I don't think she's really that far. And I still hope and pray that they do end up finding her alive. But hi, Terry Cranberry. I like that last name, Cranberry. Greetings to you. I don't think she's far, though. I don't. And before I play, because I want to play for you guys the dispatch call. And I also want to still play for you guys the dad's first Times News interview. I told you guys we've had pieces of it. We've heard mostly the beginning part of it, but I found the full 10-minute one, and it's the ending that really, I don't like what Donnie says on it, and I wonder if anything was being done. And I hate thinking that to Summer, but I don't know. There's just a lot of things with this case that I'm just like, it's just not sitting right with me. And people were saying about the video of them at the lake. Was it really done that day? And I know in the very beginning, the sister of the boy in the video came to his defense and was asking people to stop showing that because, people are harassing him. Again, I'm sure law enforcement is aware of everything. And if we think about it, did the parents come out and say to anybody that that's what they did during that day? Now I'm questioning what really happened that day. I'm going to be honest. I'm really questioning certain things. and things that I know from behind the scenes that I just can't share yet. I just don't think she was taken. I don't think so at all. I think something happened there. And I'm not saying this parent did it or that parent did it. Another thing that's also suspicious to me is how Donnie got there before police. And he said it was because he raced home. He drove really fast or something like that, he had said. And some believe that maybe he wasn't as far as he was. And just the story changing really bothers me, which I'm going to play for you guys. Originally, in the dispatch call, it said that Candace went for a walk. So she goes on a walk, and then she comes back and notices her daughter missing, and the dad's an hour away. So how do you go from that to now the story that we're being told now is Grandma Summer and Mom are in front of Grandma's trailer planting flowers, and then Summer goes inside and she just, and we're going to talk about that whole thing too before we wrap it up. But that's the story. It just doesn't make sense, you guys. It really doesn't. But let me go ahead and pull that up so I can play it for you guys. Give me 1 second. And then I tell myself, well, the dad would be pretty stupid to say he was at work, because law enforcement's going to check that. So law enforcement had to verify his alibi. They had to. I mean, and then another thing, why did he call 911? Is another thing. Why did he do it and not Candace? It's just, there's a lot of things, you guys. He works an hour. Yeah, he said he was an hour away, and it says it on the dispatch call, which I'm going to pull up and play right now for you guys. It said that he was an hour away, and he got there before law enforcement did. And he said because he even says why he got there. And I thought it was interesting how he points out that he got there before law enforcement, because he said he was, I think he was saying he was hurrying to get home or something like that. So he got there before them. I don't know. It's just certain little things just stick out with what they're saying. Brenda, the story keeps changing. I feel like we're getting told a little bit more. I feel like little things are getting added to that day. And again, usually when an event happens, usually if you're telling the truth, when you tell multiple people, usually you word it a little different, but usually the facts of the story of what happened from point A to point C stays the same. You just might switch up a couple of words and stuff like that, but it's going to stay the same. You're not going to go from Mom went on a walk, came home, and she was missing to Mom was there planting flowers with Grandma and Summer, and she went inside and Mom realized she went missing because she was not in the basement and the basement door was unlocked. Why would you assume she went out if it was unlocked? I mean, how did you know she wasn't in a different room? I mean, it wasn't left open. And that's another thing for me that bothers me, and I'm going to go over it with you guys in a little bit, is that how quick the mom was so fast to point out she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. I don't know, you guys. It's just, there's a lot of things with this that just doesn't sit right. Hybrid, I want to say so much. The dad took one. So the dad says he took a Polly. And the mom, I'm not so sure. But again, we got to remember, though, law enforcement keeps saying they are cooperating. Family is cooperating. And that's a good sign. They could lawyer up. A lot of times around this time, I feel where the case is at, this is where either people lawyer up and they're like, you know what, I don't like where this is going. I don't like what I'm seeing on social media, so I'm going to lawyer up. Some people get in that, and they have every right to lawyer up. I get it. And then some people are like, okay, I'll take a Polly. I don't care if it means just rule me out. I'll do it. I don't care. Just let's get the focus off of me and let's get it to where it really belongs. I think that's how I would be, even though I follow these cases and I don't believe in freaking the polygraph test and all that stuff. But I think if my child went missing and they needed to rule me out, I think I'd be that parent that would be like, okay, do what you got to do. I don't care. Let's just do it. Let's get it out of the way, because I want you to focus your attention to where it really needs to be, whoever took this, my child or whatever. But other people might and it's understandable, polygraphs, obviously they're not admissible in court, and, people are like, I don't want to do it. But I do know the dad did one. I was told he did pass, but again, law enforcement hasn't said anything yet. So to me, people can tell me information all they want, but I just like to hear it. Because someone can say they passed a test and be lying, right? I mean, look at Leticia Stout. She was planning on purchasing a fake polygraph test, and she had the questions written out, what she wanted, and she was going to answer, and she was going to show it to everybody saying, look I got my own private poly done because I don't trust police. I already know what she was going to say. And she was going to lie to everybody and show people that she took a test. So when someone says I took a poly and I passed it, that means shit to me. People lie all the time. I'm waiting for law enforcement to come out and make a statement on that. So I don't know. I do know that he did take one, and it said that he did pass. But again, law enforcement hasn't said. As for the mom, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But it would be interesting to know if she does take one, what her results are. And again, their law enforcement says they are cooperating. So we need to just make sure that we remember that they are. They haven't lawyered up yet. They're still, but the only thing, again, gosh, that bugs me. And again, just so you guys know, if you're new here, it's a true crime discussion. So we discuss all these things, we speculate, we put our theories out there, we talk about it because we weren't there. We don't know what happened. All we do is the facts were given and we discuss them. So the theory of that's being pushed to us is she was kidnapped and possibly human trafficking, possibly she was stalked from Facebook, possibly someone around might have done it. It's just, and the dad from the beginning saying he knows she wasn't there, again, that just bugs me. How do you know from day one how do you know she wasn't at a neighbor's? Those things always stick out to me. How do you know? Yes, the FBI are involved, which I'm hoping this gets the ball really moving. If the parents are the reason that this child is missing, if they have anything to do with it, I'm hoping they really just get the ball rolling where they buckle down and start asking those hard questions. I did see a comment earlier before I go on to what I'm going to play about CPS running up on the house the other day because they heard people yelling. And what happened was that the kids were fighting, and they ran up there, law enforcement, they heard them fighting, and it was just the kids. They're fighting, they're upset. But that's why that happened. But I mean, I don't know. The kids, no matter what, they must be going through a lot right now in that house, for sure. And the kids are still in their care. They haven't been taken. And somebody else was saying, well, why haven't the kids been taken? And I think law enforcement might just be, and this is just me speculating, they might just be, they don't want the parents to want to lawyer up. They don't want the parents to shut down. They want the parents to still talk to them. And they're still, I believe they even said they're watching on social media. So if law enforcement in the beginning came too quick, too hard on them, I think it would have just pushed them away. And I don't think that's what law enforcement does. But now that the FBI is involved, I think things are going to change. I think this week we're going to probably hear something. Because usually around this time frame, if you guys think about it, this is when if the family member is involved, usually, not always, but usually this is when it's told to us, hey, mom did it, dad did it, this thing happened, this happened. So I think that's where we're at with the case. I think now that law enforcement that FBI is involved, I really hope they get the ball rolling. But let me go ahead. Me, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to just say yes, because that would only make sense that the kids were questioned, especially if they're the ones who were in the house. That would verify what the mom is saying. But then again, you guys, they're little. I don't have the ages right in front of me, but I know 12, 9, and I can't remember the other one, and again, if I want to say if abuse was going on in the home, like we seen from the report that Candace, she said she feared for her own safety, her children's safety. That's big, you guys. And that happened only a year ago. So that's really, really big. So was there abuse in the home? He was an alcoholic, he was drinking a lot. Was there abuse? We don't know. But based off of what she's saying, there was something going on there. So the kids could be scared. And will the kids, tell the truth of what they know, or are they being coached? They could be being coached by the parents. And again, not only that, but they can be scared if they suspect something did happen, and this is just me speculating, to their sister as a little 9-year-old, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the younger one's age. You're going to be scared. I would be scared. I would be thinking something's going to happen to me, and you're going to listen to what your parents are telling you. So again, we just don't know any of that stuff. But I thought it was interesting, though, that there is how Candace did say she feared her kids, and even her mom feared her own safety. So I don't know. But let me go ahead and pull up that audio really quick for you guys. I think I have it saved under. And again, you guys, I do have a playlist now on my channel, for Summer Wells. So you can just go to the playlist, and I have a bunch of uploads already because I have been following this case since day one. So you can always just go back and just refer to whatever you want. But let me play that for you guys. So I'm going to play it from my phone because I'm not in the mood to mess with StreamYard and share the screen. But it's just the dispatch. It's the dispatch call anyway. So it's not like you're going to see anything. All right. Hold on.
I'm sure.
Okay, let me forward. Hold on.
Now it's meant to play with her energy.
Okay, hold on.
She is dead again. And with that being said,
okay, sorry, because I uploaded the video. How are you guys doing in chat? You guys doing okay? Just let me know you guys are doing okay in there. I feel like I'm ignoring you guys in chat. I'm not ignoring you guys at all. It's just this case, I tell you, it's just really upsetting. There's so much little pieces to this puzzle that are just, as people are saying, there's 2 people who are pedophiles that are around these children. The dad tried to say that, it was only an 18-month difference. And I don't believe anything this family says. I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, there's Delana. There's definitely something going on. Yeah, there's something. Hey, Caroline D. Hi, how are you, love? All right, guys, she was missing before they reported of the house maybe secret room in the basement. Oh, that's another thing that we keep saying, well, she couldn't have been missing because of that video on TikTok that was uploaded. But now I'm like, was that TikTok video done that day? And it said that the sister came to the boy's defense in the video and said it was from that day, but that comment is no longer there. So now I don't even know anymore if that was really that day. Now I'm questioning it. I mean, it wouldn't be far-fetched if someone, did that video the day before maybe, or a couple of days before, and then just posted it to make it seem like that day. Here we're all just thinking that was that actual day, but now I'm like, was it really that day? I don't know. Why did they shave her head? I know they said lice, but that's bull. Okay, so I am gonna say this, and let me just. I'm just gonna hold on. I'm gonna tell you guys about that. Okay, so what I was told, the reason behind the heads being shaved, and I've seen a lot of comments that people thought it was possibly, why am I slouching? Possibly a religious punishment. I seen that quite I seen that a lot actually in the comment section in a lot of the videos, that it was possibly a religious punishment that they did. A lot of people were wondering why the boy's hair was growing back, and Summer seemed to remain really short. What else? That the mom possibly had cancer, and what I was told was that it was because of lice, is what I was told. That the boys kept getting lice at school, and it was just getting out of control. You know, there's 3 different boys, and they kept getting it, and they kept trying treatments, and they kept putting it, and they get rid of it, and then it'd come back, and it was just really bad, infested. So to help with it, they all shaved their heads. The dad, the mom, Summer, and the boys, they all shaved their head because of lice. So that is what I was told was the reason behind them shaving their head. Because in the very beginning, I tell you, I've been following this from day one, and people were saying it was because of cancer, that it was because showing support. But then when you go to the Facebook group, there was nothing. I mean, not the group, her pages, there was nothing that said that. So that's what was told to me, that it was lice, that it was just really bad. And to get on top of it, they shaved everybody's head, moms included. So it wasn't no religious punishment. Again, I mean, I think I believe that story, just looking at the living conditions and stuff like that. I do believe that. I do. Caroline, that was something I was thinking too in the beginning. I was really thinking that. But I do believe that it was just lice, because when I look at the living conditions, it just, yeah. Yeah, so do I do hybrid. I mean, who wants to come out and admit that, oh, my kids are infested with lice, and, no one wants. So I do believe that story. And again, just looking at just the living conditions, I can totally see it. But I'm going to go ahead and play now. This is the dispatch call. So this was the one that was done on the 15th. Okay. So you guys, it's not long at all. It's just a few minutes, but they're going to say, the mom went on a walk and the dad's an hour away. So.
Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now. 10-110. 10-4 rounds, Madison. 335, I'll be around as well.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm seeing your comments. The mom did shave her head, you guys. The mom had, there was pictures of, the mom had no hair, like scalp, like nothing. There's photos of her, nothing. The mom's had like there's like 3 different Facebooks that were under her name. Candace Wells, Candace Bly. The Candace Bly, I believe that one, a lot of the stuff has been removed, but the mom's head was shaved and the dad's head was shaved. There is photos of all of them having shaved heads. And I'm just wondering, maybe the way Summer's hair is, maybe it doesn't grow back as fast. 335. He said 335, or was it just his ID? What do you mean 335? Am I? On the thing. Let me rewind and I'll play it again for you. So maybe her hair just took longer to grow back. I mean, she did seem like she had thin, like a little bit of hair. I'm just assuming. But originally they all had their head shaved. There's photos of all of them having their head and shaved, like it looked like skin shaved. Like they really went and got everything. I'll play it again. Sorry, I got distracted.
10-110. 10-4 rounds, Madison. 335, I'll be around as well.
He just said 3:35. I'll be out as well. So I think that's just maybe their talk. It's kind of hard to hear.
10-4. 29 cents, so go ahead. So far, rescue. Fire police for search. You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run, when you came back, that Sandra was gone?
10-4, that's what the father advised. He's at work, about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
10-4.
Okay, so right there where they say, is that right, that the mom went on a run? And she's like 10-4, that the dad's on his way. No, originally the dispatch said the mom went on a walk, but it just got translated wrong and said on a run. So it was never the mom went on a run. It was, she originally went on a walk. It was just miscommunication between the two.
10-4, you want to try to contact Tina?
Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination.
302.
It sounded like she says, do you want us to contact the canines? But he's saying not right now. I think that's what he says.
You has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure, check the house, camper, even if they've said they've already had.
And then she's saying to make sure that they check the inside of the house, to make sure that they note that and they do that, even though they said they already have. So to make sure that they still go in and check for her. I seen a comment, something. Where did it go? She went on a walk and left it. So this is what, no drama. So this, I like that name. So this is what the dad made the 911 call. Okay. It was the dad. It wasn't the mom. It was the dad. So this is what the dad told them, that the mom went on a walk and she came back and Summer was gone. Okay. The story has changed though. So
Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request, search and rescue with Churchill Rescue Squad. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request from Churchill Rescue on a search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Also requesting a respond with six-wheeler and command trailer. First page, 1911.
okay, so again, that was the original dispatch call, and for me, that's why it's. And I understand why law enforcement keeps saying that the circumstances to her going missing are suspicious still, that they're still investigating all that, because if you go to the dispatch call, dad says mom went on a walk. How do we change from going on a walk to what we're being told now? Now, I don't know. Part of me thinks, so did the mom lie and say she was on a walk? Did dad lie and say, I mean, I don't know who to trust with this case. Everybody's a suspect right now because she's still, missing, and everybody, what they're saying just doesn't add up. But originally it said that she went on a walk. We know, I agree. I don't think she went on a walk. Right? Well, again, the oldest was 12. So again, going for a walk where, I don't know. I mean, 12 is old enough in some places, to stay home by themselves. Everybody is different. I don't believe that's against the law. And I know some will disagree. I'm not sure what's the age in Tennessee. To be honest with you, I haven't looked that up, but no, she wasn't a 12. They have 3 boys. The oldest in the home was 12. Yeah. Yeah. And it says 335 sounds like a badge number. Could be. Let me go ahead and play. Now I want to play really quick for you guys the interview that the dad did with Times News, the first one, because it's the full 10-minute one, and it's what he says towards the middle and the end that really just I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. So let me get that for you guys. Give me 1 second. All right, where is it? Okay, hold on. Let me take that off the screen. All right, let me make this a little bigger. All right. So again, this is going to be the first interview Donnie did with Times News, not the one I just played recently. This is the first one that they did.
I would be interested in knowing what happened that day. I know it's going to be hard for me to have to relive, but... Well, sir, I was at work, so, but from what my wife has told me and stuff, you know, her and her mother and Summer were planting flowers by her grandma's trailer, which is about, 20 feet from the house there, real close to the house. And Summer...
Hold on, I'm going to play it from YouTube so you guys can see the photos that I have. So let me stop this really quick. I'm going to mute. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, let me get that out. And I will not stop covering this case until she is found and until someone is held responsible for this. If she's found not alive, I hope whoever did this to this little girl is held accountable for it. So I will not stop covering this. I tell you guys, I have been listening to the scanner. I fell asleep, and the way the scanner works, it's silent, and then it just burst of like talk, but it's loud. And I was asleep one night and I did it, and it woke me up and I got scared. This is a case that I'm covering, and it's the only case I'm covering 100% right now. I can't even focus on any other case right now, to be honest with you guys. I'm not even going to lie. So let me pull that up so you guys have a visual to look at while I'm playing the audio. Give me 1 second. And I just want to thank all of you guys for being here with me today and talking this case. I know a lot of you, if you've been here from day one, you're used to Chris Watts content, but there's just more important cases to discuss right now, like this one. So I do want to just thank all of you guys who've been here, like my day ones that are still here with me talking these other cases. Thank you guys so much. So let me pull that up. Okay, and okay. All right, so let me start from the beginning. Searching for Justice. I like that name. And let me play it for you guys. D, who's Chris Watts? I'm going to watch the Chris Watts series, the one episode on the 25th. I am going to watch it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch it, you guys. Let me... All right, let me make this bigger. Not that big. All right, let me share my screen. It's getting hot in here. All right, hold on. Let me take that off the screen too. Thank you so much for doing. Oh, Sammy, thank you. I appreciate that. Now let me make this bigger. All right, and let's start from right there. And all right, let's play. You guys can hear it okay, right?
I would be interested in knowing what happened that day. I know it's going to be hard for me to have to relive it. Well, sir, I was at work, so, but from what my wife has told me and stuff, you know, her and her mother and Summer were planting flowers by her grandma's trailer, which is about, 20 feet from the house, or real close to the house. And Summer all of a sudden said, Mom, I want to go in the house. So she said, fine. And her brothers were in there watching YouTube. And so she watched her walk in the door and I went in there. And then she went in there and her brother said that she's going to go downstairs and play with her toys. So she went downstairs and then Mom come in and says, where's Summer? Well, she's downstairs playing with her toys. And she had to holler for her and there was no answer. So she went downstairs and she was nowhere to be found. She went out the basement door. The door was unlocked. But she's never left there. She might be on the other side of the house. Because I went out there before and called for her. She come out from behind the house because she just has to be outside. She's an outside type of person, you know. But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me and I said, hang up for me and call 911 right now. And I was at work and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesboro, I come out. I made it out here before anybody. I was freaking out, And when I got home.
So he said he made it there before anybody because he was freaking out.
I drove to the bottom property, and I realized that all my neighbors and stuff were combing the woods looking for her, and I realized right then and there that she was not there. I knew right then and there that she was gone. She would never be there on her own. Somebody takes that out. Okay. Is she capable of going through it? They cover miles of area to search. Yeah. No, she would never leave because for one thing, we have bears and wild dogs, and we have druggies that, come around other people's houses and stuff, all hours of the night. But this was like at 5:30 in the evening, I think, someone was laying in wait. I heard somebody say that these people.
Okay, so she's missing at 5:30 in the evening. Why did they wait a whole hour to call? When on the dispatch call, now it's just sinking in, wait. On the dispatch call, it said that it had been 10 minutes that she was missing. But at 5:30, he just said right now that she was missing. So that's not 10 minutes. Sorry, it's going off in my head.
Kids down on Facebook and find them, and I heard that story. I mean, I don't know, but all I know is she's definitely not anywhere around there. I think somebody's.
Wait, no, that's really. It's like 10 minutes is what they said. So they're lying. They're lying. How do you go from 5:30? He's saying right here that they noticed she was missing, but the dispatch call, when he called, he told them it was 10 minutes. He called an hour later. Dispatch call was at 6:30, and on the dispatch call, they said it had been 10 minutes that she was missing on the call that we just heard. Now he's saying right here it was 5:30 that they knew that the neighbors that he noticed that she was missing. unless he called once he got home.
Well, has anybody, have you noticed anybody suspicious? No, and, and they've done such a good job. They followed every single lead possible. They have tracked down all kinds of people. Yeah, they've tracked down everybody. They even, had me in there, and lie detector tests, the whole 9 yards. They have to rule out every possibility. Yes, absolutely. So it didn't bother me to do it whatsoever. I understand that. And a lot of times the parents are responsible. In the recent history, that's been the case. They're not a family member. Right, absolutely, yes. But we don't associate.
Caroline, that is a possibility, and that is something that I was also thinking in the beginning. That it might be someone they know, and it could even be really worse, where it might be they allowed it. You just never know with these cases. You just never know. Again, that's just me speculating. I'm not saying that happened, but you make a really good point, and that's something I was also thinking.
Well, people try to associate with church people and stuff like that, and
I don't. Sorry, I keep stopping it. I'm getting just distracted with the comments. Maybe Maud first. I don't think so, because I think that would have been in the dispatch call. No, like, oh, mom had called and now dad's calling again. It seems like it was only dad who called and he says that he told her to call, and then he says, and then I called. So again, maybe because she was too distraught, maybe at the time she was looking. There could be a lot of reasons, maybe. But he is the one who.
I've got a lot of friends in church that just love her to death, there's Seventh-day Adventists. They're right across the street from Walmart, Sarah Kingsport. Oh. Yeah, we was going to the Baptist church, but when I found out the tree Sabbath on Saturday, I wanted to go Saturday on church, so I thought I'd go check them out one time, and we've been there ever since. Oh, wow. What have you all been doing while this has all been going on? Just trying to cope. Just trying to cope with everything. Yeah. Talking to the police. I can't be alone right now for some reason, and so if I have to, I'll go down there and talk to the police and just hang out with them, because I just can't be alone right now. I don't know. I just How are Summer's brothers doing? They're coping with it better than me and their mother are. I don't understand that, but when they really think about it, they're upset, but they're coping with it way better, especially the youngest one. It's like I don't know, it's weird to me, but it doesn't seem real to them. Yeah. For me, the most I've done is watch the news a little bit. I can't focus on nothing. What have you all been doing while this is all been going on? Just trying to cope. Just trying to cope with everything. Yeah. Talking to the police. I can't be alone right now for some odd reason. And then so if I have to, I'll go down there and talk to the police and just hang out with them, because I just can't be alone right now. I don't know. I just How are Summer's brothers doing? They're coping with it better than me and their mother are. I don't understand that, but when they really think about it.
TC, yeah, that's what's being said. That's what he said. But law enforcement hasn't released anything yet. So like I said earlier, I don't believe anything anybody says. They can say, oh, I passed it, and it could be something different. So until law enforcement comes out and says that they are cleared or they passed or they did take one, I don't believe anything anybody says at all. Then that's just because of Leticia Stout, what she was planning on doing. That's a different case, by the way.
They're upset, but they're coping with it way better, especially the youngest one. It's like I don't know, it's weird to me, but it doesn't seem real to them. Yeah. For me, the most I've done is watch the news a little bit. I can't focus on nothing. Originally I'm from Utah and I met my wife in Arkansas. And we come out here to help my mother because she got sick and then she ended up dying from, I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, but she left us that property and we've been there ever since. Okay. We've been Tennessee our home. There's a lot of good people here. When did y'all move?
We don't know that time. Now, I would have just assumed it would have been right before he called 911, but now I don't know. I don't know. Because the times that we have now with him saying 5:30, I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, about 13 years ago from Arkansas, I was going to help my mother because she was in need. Your kids, this has been their only home there. Yes, sir. Born and raised. Yes, sir. Well, except for my oldest one, he was born in Arkansas. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the rest, I think, the rest were all born here. Yes. And does your wife have a Wisconsin connection? Well, her sister, my wife's sister come up missing, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but they never found no trace of her either. Where was that? I don't know. I really don't know. They never pay attention to any of that part of it. Yeah. Do you know where she grew up? In Wisconsin? No, I sure don't. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, yeah, I have a criminal history. I do, when I was in Utah, when I was younger, but I turned my life around, doing my best to be a commandment keeper, for sure. Me and myself, they can do whatever they want to me as long as my kids are safe, that's how I feel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so, what is your plan now? I mean, what is your outlook? Well, my only plan now is just, no matter what happens, either way, I'm stay in church, be a commandment keeper, and wait for the resurrection day, buddy. Yeah. That's all we can all do, Do you have hope for Summer being found? Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, or looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A tough thing to think about. Well, yeah, of course. I'd feel for anybody in that position. I'm sure you would too. Absolutely. Any kid that's being tortured or hurt in any way, and missing their parents and their good friends in church and stuff like that, just unimaginable what she's going through. Yeah. It's the only thing I pray for is for peace for her somehow. I wish she could have told Jesus better or something, but she's so young, she don't know what all that stuff means in church,
So right now he's just saying that he prays for peace, that she knew the church better. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I don't think God holds that against children. Oh no, not at all. I just wish she had peace of mind, that's all. Yeah.
I just wish she had a decent mind is all. What does that mean? She's 5 years old.
Do you have any hope that this is all going to end well? Well, I have hope, buddy, but, you look at the statistics of it all, through our church and other churches, the worldwide prayer, is going on for her, so plus all the law enforcement agents are praying and everybody, we're just hoping that God will turn it around, somehow, some miraculous way, but, Okay. All right, well, I know I'm taking up a lot of your time, and I really appreciate it.
It's like the family has given up all hope already. It's like they already think she's gone, and now they're just thinking of the afterlife of it all. Is that normal, you guys? Is it me, or does that just seem really odd? I mean, this isn't a case like how we could be talking and we'll be like, we can talk about, okay, it's going on day 8. And even then I'm still like, I'm holding up hope and stuff like that. And even though realistically, yes, I get what he's saying, but that's his daughter. Like, it just seems insane what he is saying. I'm like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, this thing is just, it's crazy. Yeah, people sometimes laugh when they're uncomfortable or something like that. I mean, it's just the things that are coming out of his mouth, though, that has me like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? This is your daughter. This is your 5-year-old daughter. And again, I'm not saying, and how he's not showing emotion. And I don't really pay too much attention to that stuff. He could be on meds right now, maybe just to like self-medicate. We don't know. He could just be a zombie. Like I wrote this in a comment. I said, if my child went missing, I would be, okay, love, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to wrap it up right now too, because we're going to go live tomorrow. We're going to have like a full discussion again on this without me really like showing anything besides the sister going missing. And then of course the disgusting, and then we'll go more into the grandma and then the Mark, what was the name? I wrote it down. But I would be freaking out. I would be bawling my eyes out. You wouldn't be able to get me out of the room. I'd just be like a dead zombie. Like I would just be just a mess. Then my sister, on the other hand, she would be quiet, not crying, and just zoned out because she holds everything in. So everybody does react to these type of things differently. So we can't really say he's guilty or why isn't he acting this way or that way. That doesn't make him guilty. It's just everybody really handles things differently. For me, that bugs me is what he's saying. The things that he is saying is just really, it's like he knows she's gone from day one and she's not there from day one. How do you know that? Like, how do you know these things, which really bugs me? Yeah, we just got to continue praying for her. And I feel this week, now that FBI is really like, now that they're involved, I feel, and I'm praying that things get roughed up. I hope those hard questions are being asked now by the parents. It's like, and maybe if the parents are involved, maybe they will come clean and tell the truth. Again, if they're not involved, then of course, we just want the truth at the end of the day, just like everybody else, we want the truth. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, you guys. Tomorrow, again, we're going to go live. Maybe his name, Chris Mark. Yeah, I'm going to look that up, that name right there. I have some information, but I'm going to wait for tomorrow to go over it with you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to go over the sister going missing, all of that rabbit hole. We'll go more into, I'll look at the comments and see what you guys were saying. And again, you guys can always just comment and I'll come back and answer them. I write them down usually. But yeah, this case is just, I don't know. I don't know if she's just, I don't know. It's just weird. But I do feel this week something's going to go off. I feel it. I feel this is the time where either the parents lawyer up or the parents break. So, or maybe somebody else will come forward with it. So who knows? I don't know. The local sheriff is looking into Marcus. I know they looked into the other guy that they were saying, the one that did the attempted kidnapping of that 12-year-old, and that wasn't too far from them. But law enforcement said it was a isolated incident for that one. So I know people were pushing that as a narrative that he done it, and then it was said that he was on the property. But then again, it's like, it's a lot of he said, she said stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. How does a parent go from their child planting flowers to be? Yeah. And thank you, Amanda. Please keep Summer in all our hearts and prayers. Yes, please. And thank you, love, for that. In the Facebook group, in the beginning, it was said that something about them going over to get something about getting candy. And if you're in the Facebook groups, you know what I'm talking about. And maybe you'll remember this comment. And that grandmother had given Summer a piece of candy. They went on a walk. The story has changed from, and I'm just trying to remember all my details, but I remember it was a piece of candy given to her. They went for a walk. The grandmother's leg, something about her leg was bothering her. So I don't know. A thing that the dad says that I thought was kind of interesting when he says that they were planting flowers and then all of a sudden Summer wanted to go inside and said, Mom, I want to go inside. So just, I don't know, those little key words all of a sudden. So all of a sudden, why does she want to go inside all of a sudden if she was planting flowers? Did something happen? Did someone show up that possibly she got scared and felt uncomfortable? Was the mom being mean to her? Was grandma being mean to her? If candy was given to her, was it really candy and not something else by accident? I mean, my mind just goes to all these thoughts. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. But I'm going to wrap it up, though. I do want to thank you guys for being here with me. No, his location has been confirmed, both disappearance. I didn't see the beginning comment to that. Whose location has been confirmed in both dips? I didn't see the comment before that. Which one? Yeah. TC, my mind goes all over the place. And are you saying because his mind's going all over the place, he can't? Obviously, their mind is going all over the place because they keep putting it out there on stuff. And that's the thing, too, is that I understand that, they're trying to, if they had nothing to do with it, then in fact, they are trying to rationalize. But the thing with these cases, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, but a lot of times the parents or the guardian, mom, dad, usually push a theory out there to take it off of them. Usually how it happens. I'm sorry, that's what usually happens with it. So it's just me being, some of these things that they're saying is just suspicious to me. And that's what we do here. We just talk about it and discuss it here. Good point. If she wanted to go inside so bad, why does she go outside again? True. Yeah, true. I don't know. There's just a lot of, and again, there's just a lot of things that are being said by the parents. I just feel like it's just questionable. And the thing that makes it really questionable is the story changing. And I don't feel bad for even questioning the parents because obviously law enforcement hasn't ruled them out yet. And they're still saying as of yesterday that, the events of her going missing, they're still looking into all of that. And they looked at some surveillance. They've looked at some of the cars that were caught on camera and nothing, this is law enforcement. They said it yesterday. Nothing is pointing to her being taken. And is it a possibility? They said, yes, they're not going to rule it out, but nothing's leading into that. So if law enforcement is telling us that, then I trust them more than I trust these parents. That's all I'm going to say. Charlie, someone should give Daddy a mic so he could do a marathon. Ashley, exactly. Was the mother gone for a walk or was she planting flowers? Exactly. The story doesn't change to that. It doesn't change like that. That's not, if you're telling the truth, it doesn't go from taking a walk to something dramatically completely different. There's just, yeah. Delana, thank you, love. Because I am bacon. I probably look all greasy up in here. Taken, but not kidnapped. I wish we just knew. I just wish, and I'm sure all of you just wish, we just want this little girl found. So people are saying mom is incompetent, but then think she's possibly videos. Yeah, I seen that too. I seen those comments too. And even in the dad's interview, one of them, I think it was from yesterday, that he was saying the mom can't help but be on social media. And she's seen, hi, Buttercup. what's up, love, and that she can't help but see everybody's comments and stuff like that. Yeah. Which I get that part too. I understand that too, but if the family was involved, if anybody, whoever was involved, I just hope it comes to light. I really do, and I hope it does soon, because she still hasn't been found. Yeah, so yeah, they don't want anybody helping for the search, which I understand because of where they're at. So now law enforcement's just telling, the community and everybody to check their sheds and, look everywhere, look at their cameras to, maybe if she did go out through, and the parents said she never, and another thing, she's never left the property, and they have a big property, like I said. So if she did, and I know kids, I have kids, I'm sure all of you guys have kids. Your kids get out, they roam around, but the thing that we're just being told is that she's never done that. So even if you say, well, kids get out, they roam around. Well, these parents are saying they never did that. And maybe, and plus, since it was so big, she's usually around right there. Did she just walk off and get lost? That's a possibility. We just don't know what happened. And all we can do is just discuss what facts are given and discuss them here. That's all we could do right now, and just wait until either she's found or law enforcement tells us that somebody was involved in the home. So let's just continue praying. Yeah, Buttercup. It's just like I said that before. I don't know if I was just so long in the dungeon with the Watts case that I just didn't realize how many cases like this are out there. Because, I've been in the dungeon forever. But yeah, it's pretty sad. Yeah. And then again, too, they grew up in that, in the home. So they're used to going outside and playing. There's the boys, they go outside, they play. They have 100 acres, I think it was. So, going out, there's nothing wrong with them going outside. And the way it's so, separate. But I don't know. Yeah, they do say she was abducted by a stranger or trafficked. Yeah. And again, like someone said earlier, they could just be trying to figure it out themselves. So they're just brainstorming of what could have happened. But I'm always suspicious when these things are pushed out so much. And I feel like it's being pushed out a lot. And that's just from the cases we know, you guys. This is what people that are guilty of. They keep pushing a certain narrative. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And law enforcement is saying nothing is adding up to go that route. So I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for being here with me. Oops, sorry. Thank you guys for being here with me on this Tuesday. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to look to see if there's any more updates with this case. Thank you guys for everybody that is emailing me. I truly appreciate everything you guys are sending me. For the ones that emailed me today, I will get back to you tonight. I'm going to look at all of my, hi, Cat Torres. I'm going to call you Cat. I love the picture. By the way, you look beautiful. I'm going to get back to all of you guys for the emails tonight. I will get back to you guys. And again, thank you to everyone sending me information with this case. All the stuff, it's just a lot of craziness. I'm going to look into some of the stuff that we discussed today, and then tomorrow we'll go live probably around the same time. We're going to be talking some of the things you guys brought up today, and then we're going to be talking about the sister who went missing, which is crazy enough behind that. So again, thank you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you guys for choosing and spending your time here. Even for the people that didn't drop in and don't just watch from the outside. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And if it's the first time you're here to my channel, I hope, you enjoy my content and stick around for a while. I'm always not this serious, I promise. These cases. Okay, guys, I am wrapping it up. Whew, it is getting hot. I am hot. All right. Thank all of you guys. We got Searching for Justice, Guy, Amanda, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Well, it would be probably 12 p.m. Mountain Standard, so I'm not sure what time that is for you, Amanda. I'm not sure where you're at. John, Amanda, Ashley. Who else do we have here? And I'm looking at StreamYard chat. Buttercup, Love Shack, Sarah. Dana. I'm reading your guys' comments. Delana, thank you for being here, Delana. Delana, do you know if are you still here, Delana? I don't know if she's still here. Barbara. I don't know why the StreamYard list doesn't let me go up. Cheryl. I don't even know if I said hi to you. Blue Dolls. That's a cool name. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot, you guys. Okay. Thank you guys all so very much. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. If anything comes, if any updates, I will post it on my community page. Again, you guys, I'm posting a lot on my community page now. So make sure you guys check whatever I have there. And then also I have made a playlist on the channel's home screen to be for summer. So you can go there and click on there and watch whatever videos, because like I told you guys, I've been following it since day one. So thank all of you guys for being here with me as always. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.